Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to invite the man who needs no introduction. Please put your hands together for Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani, MD of Hiranandani Group.
Good morning to you and congratulations to each one of you for reaching so early in the morning. This is the first time I've seen an early start program, though we started a little late, but so many people gathering from the country to come over here. Congratulations to each one of you for being here today. When we talk about change, we have to think about one person whose name is Narendra Modi. He is the person who is Be the Change. And I think the chaiwala becoming the Prime Minister of the country, why can't the realtors make the change which is required for the purposes of getting housing in this country? At the end of the day, we should have a commitment that at 2022, we do get housing for all. You will be the instigators of this change. Mr. Narendra Modi has suggested several things. One of them is the smart cities and follows the name that you have taken in terms of this particular organization and program. What is a smart city? If you don't get the quality of life which we deserve in this country, your city is not smart. Mumbai was smart in 1947 because we had 3 railway lines, we had a port, we had an international airport, we had underground sewerage in 1947. Today, and in those days, there was no jhopatpattis in 47. In 2015, 55% of the people in Mumbai live in jhopatpattis. We don't want that change, we want to change back. We want to go where we get housing for all, and that, my friends, can happen. It is first to believe that this change can take place. It is for us to believe that Narendra Modi, being a chaiwala, is today gone to every country in the world and got commitments of billions of dollars of investments. We do 5 kilometers of national highways per day last year. This year, we will be reaching 30 kilometers of national highway every single day. In the case of housing, we have the land, we have the ideas, we have the raw material, we have the people, but we don't have leadership. The problem with real estate is nothing to do with availability of land. It has nothing to do with availability of capital. There is sufficient coming into the country. It has nothing to do with all the other aspects of things. It has to do with leadership and a commitment from industry which is second to none. Hence, we will achieve this, but the point is whether Hiranandani, whether you, each one of you, will be a part of that change. Or will there be new people coming into this world, like Mr. Narendra Modi, who will lead the change in the case of real estate? Many of us have aspirations to reach the moon, but they take no steps to reach the moon. There is no desire which is converted into action. It is a belief that the customer will come to you, but the product that you offer is not suitable for the customer. So how do we make products which are suitable for the customer? How do we make the products which are aspirational for the customer and still he's able to afford it? Yesterday, Mr. Raghuram Rajan has taken a very big step to make that change happen. It's not a question of 50 basis points in terms of it, but it's a 50 basis points which will change the attitude of the customer to enter the market. Are we ready as realtors to talk to the customers and make the commitments? Today, the government wants to control our industry, to bring in regulation, because they believe that the realtors, the developers, the persons who are builders of this country are dishonest, and the consumer needs much more protection. That change is needed, and that is why this change is required. Are you going to be making your customer satisfied with what you do? Can they trust you? Or is it because you want to close the transaction that you are dishonest with the customer? That change is required. Are you ready to create a brand for yourself? Why do you think the international property consultants are taking a big cake out of this new growing industry, the real estate in India? It's because they are building up a brand. Can you and I also work towards creating this brand? And I must congratulate you. Gatherings like this, gatherings like NAR, gatherings like what Mr. Sunil Mantri is doing in terms of leadership is going to make that change in this country, because we have to bring about a commitment to the people of this city, people of this country, to be able to create that affordable housing that Mr. Narendra Modi is talking about. Today, that change is possible. Many times people tell me, can this really happen on the ground? जमीन के भाव बहुत बढ़ गए हैं, हम कैसे जमीन खरीद के ये भाव में दे सकते हैं? That's not an answer to the question, because we have been able to do that change in every sphere in this country. If you look at mobiles, it used to cost us 33 rupees a minute. We have now brought it down to less than 1 rupee a minute. And we are still able to function, and the company has valuation. Those who are charging less than 1 rupee a minute have increased their valuation from $2 billion to $32 billion by making the airtime cost come down. Automobile prices have come down, and those which give cheaper automobiles are making more money. In the sphere of aviation, it is the low-cost airline which makes profits. The full fare paying airlines are making losses. So it's not about getting a higher price which necessarily will give you more profits in the long run. It will be what you are going to do for the customer and what is making it suitable. 50% of the people living in Mumbai live in jhopatpattis. Half of them can afford the house in which they are staying. It's only that the supply, because of policy measures, have never been constructed to that extent. So what is that change that we need to do? First and foremost, what is the category of customer that we need to do, and how can we make that change in terms of cost of production, cost of delivery, and doing it? Second, can we tell the truth to the customer and still conclude the sale? Can we make him feel like coming back to you the second time, the third time, and always recommend you to customers? In our company, 30% of the new product sales of newer projects are coming directly from the older customers. They come to our office directly. So 30% of all my project sales for future products are done directly to the customer without any other intervention, simply because they are committed to the brand and they are willing to give reference to do that. Are we as realtors ready to create that commitment right from the smallest level to the highest level? Can we take professional help in terms of helping to create the documentation correct? We have here with us Mr. Anil Harish, a leading proponent of persons who can guide you honestly and correctly. Are we learning what is required to be given to the customer so that he can trust us, not only for the purposes of the transaction, but also to see that the transaction is legally complied with? All these things are necessary, not because we want to do this for the customer. It's for yourself. You have to do it for your own good. You have to realize that without doing this, you are actually going to lose. And somebody else who gives commitment to the customer is really going to be happy as far as this is concerned. I want to share with you, my friends, what I believe. It is my belief that in the last 25 years, whatever business I've done, In the next 5 years, we will do 5 times the business that I have done in the last 25 years. So don't believe anybody who says that the business of real estate is going to come down. It is my expectation that the business of business in real estate will increase 25 times, provided you're able to make the product suitable for the customer, provided you can give this commitment. It is not necessary that all the products that we create will be sold. They can also be leased, whether it is residential, whether it is commercial, whether it is retail. The growth of this industry is going to happen. Is it going to happen because of you and me? Or is it going to happen in spite of you and me? Which means, is somebody else going to take the leadership? Is another chai wala going to come and be leader of the real estate industry, while you and I, who have struggled all these years, will really be put on the sideline because we have refused to take the leadership of understanding what the customer is. I was with the CEO of Colgate Palmolive 2 days ago, who had dropped into my office. And I asked him, what is the commitment that Colgate has, that it has the brand leadership of so many toothpaste in the country? And I asked him, what is his, how much market share does he have? And he says, we have 52% market share of all toothpaste in India, urban and rural. And I asked him, why was this leadership due to? And this is toothpaste, which is so easy to compete. Anybody can compete in toothpaste. It's not like real estate, which is considered to be more difficult. And he said, it's a commitment to the customer. We never have failed in terms of quality. We deliver what the customer wants, in the size of the product that he wants, at the price of the product that he deserves. And we constantly innovate and work hard to see that every failure, whether it is 1 toothpaste or 100 toothpaste, it never goes wrong anywhere in the world, whether it is in urban or rural areas, and that's the commitment to the customer. So the brand leadership for a small company which does only toothpaste is to such an extent to the customer that he wants to keep the commitment to the customer, and it's one of the most profitable companies in India as a profitable company, and does a brand leadership of 52% of the entire market share. So my friends, unless we don't understand what the market wants and needs, how do we do this? And please don't tell me that you can't do it. If you can't do it, somebody else from outside the room will do it. So why not we, smart people sitting over here today, commit to each other that we will work towards understanding the market, understanding the needs of the people, follow the leadership of Mr. Narendra Modi, insist that we will do better in terms of delivery of our product, and see to it that we continue to be leaders 5 years from today, instead of giving away this commitment to somebody else who is more honest, more committed, more hardworking than all of us. But you people have come so early in the morning, come from all distances. I can see the eye of commitment of all of you over here. I'm sure you will not give away this leadership to anybody else. I must congratulate you, congratulate your association and your president. Congratulations to the other people, Sunil Mantri, Anil Harish, all of you here today. Congratulations for the great achievement that you have done. Keep it up. We must promise to the country that we shall deliver. Anybody who supports us, we will support, and we will not give away this leadership to anybody else. We have to do it. If we don't do it, somebody else will. Why don't we keep this leadership with ourselves? Congratulations. Wish you the very, very best today and for the programs for the next 3 days. Thank you for calling me. Thank you very much.
Mr. Hiranandani, requesting you to please stay back. Please join us here. Requesting our chairman of the convention, Mr. Vipul Shah, to please present him a token of appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a man. When it's said experience makes a man modified, training makes a man qualified, but involvement with his associates and his vision. Here's a man, Mr. Hiranandani. Thank you, Mr. Hiranandani, for inspiring each and every one of us here.